This makes me a happy man. What a wonderful day, everyone. What is up, guys? My name is Liam, and today we just got our first set photos from the set of Superman, and we are seeing some greatness about to go down. So what we're going to be going over is we're going to go over some of the looks at Superman, new looks more specifically. We also got our first ever look at Mr. Terrific, and I am in love with it right now. And just giving you kind of the overall feel of the movie just on the set photos alone. But this is just going to be about me. I want to hear from what you guys think. What do you guys think of the set photos? Has your opinion changed since the first photo? Would love to hear it all down below. Alright, so today is the first day the cast is on set shooting. Over the past few days, we have seen James Gunn and the crew turning the streets of Cleveland into Metropolis. We saw them create the Daily Planet, we saw some restaurants with a lot of Easter eggs, and also we recently saw two ships, one of them that belongs to Mr. Terrific. The other is unknown right now. I've seen a lot of people point out maybe it's Brainiac or maybe Mongol, maybe one of their ships, but honestly, I think that's unlikely. I think that's a bit of a stretch, honestly. If this was a few months, maybe I would say yes, but at this point, I don't think so. I think if anything, it's going to be the carrier from the Authority. That would be my best guess, but honestly, it could be anything. We just don't know yet. It's a wait and see. But today, we got our first ever set photos of David Corenswet. We got some first ones with him just in a robe, which honestly kind of reminded me of when Pattinson was filming The Batman and we saw him in the robe, so I guess that's kind of cool. And we also got some other set photos revealing a possible new cast member. We see here an actress by the name of Paige Mobley. And this actress has kind of been hinted at, kind of not. I remember whenever I'm checking, like whenever Gunn posts or something, sometimes when I check the comments, she comments there. And he likes them sometimes, so I guess, and Gunn does follow her, but I didn't think it meant something right away. Hey, I felt like if it did mean something, it would mean something for maybe Peacemaker, but I guess it's Superman. And by the way, guys, just because Gunn follows someone doesn't mean they're joining the DCU. Can we stop that, please? But it looks like she is in the film. What role she could have, I have no idea. It could be anything. For most of the time with this film, the roles are very unpredictable. Well, but we also got a new look at David Corenswet's suit for his DCU debut. Now, there aren't any, huge changes, but for one, just look at the color of this suit. It looks great. I love how colorful it looks. Now, again, let's also not forget, this could change on camera. Like you can see in some of the photos as well, there are still some wrinkles, but most likely, I think in the film, they're probably gonna fix that up in post. I know there was a lot of discourse on the first logo reveal, and that makes sense. Like, it isn't a superhero suit if it doesn't have a lot of backlash. But I gotta say, I love how the trunks are looking. I'm a big trunk supporter right here. I will say, I have to get used to the collar, but I've seen it long enough, I think I'm okay with that. I remember hating them when it was revealed. Well, it clearly takes inspiration from New 52 Superman, which honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of. But I've gotten used to it now. With all of these set photos, we have learned that we are also going to see the logo on the cape, which is something I don't think we have seen that in a long time, specifically in the movies. I don't remember if Brandon Routh had one, but if he didn't, that means this is the first time we are seeing this since the Christopher Reeve version. And it also does kind of make sense, because James Gunn took inspiration from All-Star Superman, that also has that. So it makes sense, and I'm glad it's back. But now, what I am most excited to talk about today is we have the very first look at Mr. Terrific's suit, and I gotta say, I love this. One of the things I think DC has always done better than Marvel is their costumes. For as great as some of Marvel's costumes are, they are very CGI heavy, and it's something that really annoys me. But with DC, you have not only comic accurate costumes, but you also have ones that are practical. Now, I'm not going to say that all of DC's costumes are good. Like, not true at all, no. But for most of it, they've been pretty great. And honestly, after the suit reveal, I was pretty worried with how, these other heroes would look like. I was worried, were they going to look different? Or were they going to look similar to, what David Corenswet looks like? But I don't know why I was worrying about that. This is from the same guy that gave us comic book accurate suits in the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like, I don't know why I was that worried. But I am shocked by just how amazing this looks. This looks like it is pulled right out of the comic book pages. And Edie Gathegi looks perfect as his character. He's finally going to get some justice after how X-Men First Class handled him. Yeah, we will not forget that. I've been a fan of this character for years now. I remember watching him on the CW, and I just really didn't like that character. Like, that is not Mr. Terrific. I don't care what you say. But it looks like here they're going to go for a more comic-accurate version of the character as opposed to the CW one. I think what's most likely for the Mr. Terrific character is that, this is just my theory, by the way, I think he's going to be the leader of the Terrifics in this movie. I think that's most likely. James Gunn has teased the hell out of this team. He's teased Mr. Terrific the hell out of, and now we're seeing him here. And we also have Metamorpho here. So I feel like most likely chances are, this is pure speculation by the way, I think they're going to use Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, and Metamorpho as members of the Terrifics. Now normally that's not how it is in the comics. Normally it's Mr. Terrific, Phantom Girl, Plastic Man, and Metamorpho, but we have to understand adaptations aren't copy and paste. Plus, realistically, I just don't think those characters are going to be in this movie. They could, maybe I'm wrong, but if anything, I think they want to save them for later. Or maybe they just might not use Phantom Girl. But I am just in love with Mr. Terrific's suit. I think it's fantastic, and honestly, I think it's better than the Superman suit. Fight me. I don't care. Which honestly isn't a bad thing. I think the suit's actually really good. Like I said, I've gotten used to the collar, I've gotten used to the lines. I do agree with the criticisms though, but I really like both the suits, and I'm excited to see what they do in the movie. But that's what we got right now, and honestly, I'm surprised because we knew it was coming, and I'm very surprised by the reactions. Most of the reactions I'm seeing are actually pretty positive, which is kind of weird for a DC movie. And most of the things around this movie in terms of photos, like set photos, have actually been pretty mixed. So it's actually kind of nice to see some positivity for once. And DC definitely does have like an uphill battle with this movie. But I'm optimistic right now. James Gunn has not let me down yet. So I'm excited for this movie and I can't wait to see it next year. But that's all we got right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time.